The fact vehicle and the category vehicle, 30% content on the vehicle is actually recycled material. Now, other sustainable touches on the vehicle that we have is that if you look at the position of the screen in the vehicle and some of the other functions, they are all centralized. But what does that mean for the customer? What does it mean for us as Volvo? It means that there are no unnecessary wires running through the vehicle and everything is actually centralized. Now, if you look at some of the black shading on the vehicle on the side, we've actually left these unpainted so we can enhance the recyclability of these features and the plastic on the vehicle. Now, let's look at the local offering from a powertrain or propulsion perspective. Greg did mention that we have 3 different types of electric propulsions, but how do those look from a model range perspective? So we have our entry vehicle, the Core, that uses the 51 kilowatt hour battery, and then we have the Plus and the Ultra variants using the 69 kilowatt hour motor, the single motor extended range, and the 3 motor performance. So it's a 5-strong model lineup for the local market. Now, let's look at the interior of the vehicle. You guys will show what, as you may have seen, the vehicle is amazing from an exterior perspective. I think the vehicle agrees as well, that it is amazing. Okay, so we have a fully color-coded or color-coordinated closed bumper. So the purpose of this was to create a powerful stance for an electric vehicle. I think electric cars are known to not have a powerful stance, but if you look at the EX30, the closed-off grille actually creates a powerful stance for a vehicle. Now, I'm not sure if you guys noticed when Greg was walking up towards the car, when I was walking up towards the car in the South, there was a very nice welcoming light sequence. I'm not sure if you've seen that. So, a little bit on that just now. We have full LED lighting on the vehicle, both front and rear. And what we've done with the rear lights is that we have taken the much loved rear LED design of the Volvo EX30 and the XC90 and we've modernized it, okay? Now, let's talk a bit more about the LED sequence. What I'll play for you guys is how the sequence plays as you approach the car. Now, this feature is enabled by a feature called Ultra Wideband technology. So, the Core will have your normal NFC technology, but we have Ultra Wideband technology on the car. Please have a look at the screen as to how the sequence plays when you approach the vehicle. So these are the rear light sequence, and this will be the front light sequence, and the car will actually wink at you. Okay? I'll play that again. That's the rear light sequence, that's the front light sequence, and the car will actually wink at you, just to welcome you. All of this happens way before the vehicle unlocks the doors for you, so it is completely safe. Now, as you may have seen guys, we at Volvo now are sunroofs, right? So the EX30 Ultra does come with a standard panoramic glass roof. Just a few stats on the glass roof is that it blocks around up to 80% of the heat radiation doesn't get through the glass roof, so it's very safe. Okay, let's talk about the wheels of the vehicle. We are giving our customers great option and variety on the EX30. You get an option of around up to 5 colors, including the moss yellow that is going to come into South Africa a bit later, as Rebecca already mentioned. But we have 3 different types of alloy wheels. So you have your 18-inch alloys, your 19-inch alloys, and these beautiful 20-inch alloy wheels on the EX30. Touching a bit more on the interior, we mentioned how sustainability is important to us as Volvo, and the fact that we actually created the interior of the car from either upcycled materials, recycled materials, or to some extent actually some recycled bearings as well. So the EX30 comes with 4 interiors, as Greg has mentioned earlier. We have Pine, we have Indigo, we have Mist, and we have Breeze. But one of my favorite interior features of the EX30 is the moon lighting. And it works perfectly well. So you have 5 different moon lightings to choose from the EX30. So from the northern light all the way through to my personal favorite, the Nordic Twilight interior lighting. So what this does is it allows you to create a very nice space, a very nice ambiance within the vehicle. Add that the full glass roof of the vehicle, then it's a very beautiful space for you to find yourself in the EX30. And these moon lightings actually come with sound. So as you change into a different moonlight, there's a different sound that accompanies the moonlight. Okay. Now, I'm not sure if you guys have noticed, but the EX30 has ample amounts of small space or small storage solutions in the vehicle. So one of my personal favorites, the retractable cup holders. If you need it, it's there. If you don't need it, it's not there. We have the underfloor storage. We have the 15-watt wireless charger of the vehicle. We have the glove box compartment that's operated via the touchscreen, and we have deep door pockets because of the sound bar we have on the vehicle. So we have deep door pockets. We also have our little goose at the back there. That is our little Easter egg of the vehicle, and the storage at the back of the vehicle can actually be expanded by lowering the floor storage on the vehicle. Now, let's talk about connectivity of the car. For those who are with me just now to experience the soundbar, yeah, I'm sure your eardrums are still pumping even now. So, on the EX30, we actually have an elevated, connected and audio experience in the vehicle. What do we mean by that? So, firstly, we have a freestanding 12.3-inch standard on all the variants, so it's very bright. And don't worry, it actually has an LCD display and it has an anti-glare feature or an anti-glare layer on it that has been installed on the car. So if you worry that the sun will come through the sunroof and actually bounces off and comes back to your eyes, that won't happen. So it's got a very good protective layer. Google Call services are essential to all the Volvo vehicles for us. So the car comes standard with Google services. The Google Maps has actually been updated and has been enhanced for the EX30. So stuff like your range, stuff like your when available, obviously you get some prices for electric charging on certain stations and so forth is available on the EX30 Google Maps function of it. I'm on the soundbar. To the guys that have experienced it, it is amazing. So we are the first manufacturer in the whole world to actually install a soundbar in a vehicle. But it's not just a soundbar. What this has allowed us to do is to ensure that we actually create space on the side door pockets of the vehicle. So if you guys have noticed, there's now more space on the side of the doors, so you can put more items in there. That's because we've removed the wiring, we removed the electronics, we've removed the speakers, and everything is actually on the soundbar. The power output on the soundbar is actually 8,040 watts total combined power output, including a subwoofer at the back of the vehicle. So it is very loud. Okay? Now, as you may have seen when Greg was moving up to the vehicle, the car actually gave a sequence where one, it will acknowledge you, give you nice sequences of playing area, wink at you because the car loves you that much. But then what it does then is that there are certain steps and features that we've embedded on the vehicle because of the use of ultra-wideband technology. We call this digital key. So what does the digital key do? As you approach the vehicle, it will acknowledge you, and based on the settings that you've selected, it will open the doors for you. But let's go a bit further or deeper into these features. So some of the features that I love about the digital key is that obviously it enables you to share your key with a few family members that you want to. So days of losing your key, days of misplacing your key, I think of the past of the EX30. You can share your key, and as you share your key, you still retain master control of that key. So welcome in sequence, start up with the EX30 Digital Key Plus, and then all you have to do is open the door, and as you know with every single Volvo electric vehicle, you don't need to press any button to start. You just sit and you just drive away. Exactly. Okay? Now, the car is very powerful, as you may have seen and may have heard, but what powers the sound system? What powers the Google system? What powers the software that's on the vehicle? Ladies and gentlemen, we have a Qualcomm Snapdragon chip on the vehicle, which I'm sure it powers almost all the cell phones that you have today. So Snapdragon chip is standard on the vehicle, it powers our infotainment. What does this mean for us? So our Google services are much faster, our wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay are also much faster, and the over-the-air downloads as well are actually enhanced because of this amazing chip. Now, we've also introduced as a way of actually enhancing the experience of the EX30, a separate EX30 app. So what can you do on the EX30 app that you couldn't do on the previous Volvo Cars app? We've enhanced functionality by enabling your window open notification to stuff like Find My Car. You can now find your car via the Volvo EX30 app. You can also install software updates and actually schedule software updates all from the comfort of your application. You don't need to get up and actually go to the vehicle to do all of that. Okay? Now, let's talk about the safety features of the vehicle. So Greg has mentioned earlier about some of its favorite features, but the EX30 is an all-round vehicle that ensures the safety of not only its passengers, but also the ones around them. So features like intelligent speed assist is standard on the EX30. Features like indirect occupant sensing is actually standard in the car. What this does is it actually ensures that you don't leave any passengers or animals in the vehicle. So if it happens that you open two doors when you're getting to the car and you open one when you leave the vehicle will actually remind you that you may have left something in the car. So indirect occupant sensing, one of my favorite features in the vehicle. Oncoming lane mitigation, as you guys may know, front cross traffic alert, rear cross traffic alert, all of these features are standard on all of the variants of the EX30. And by the way, the car can park itself as well via private parking. Okay. So I would like to call Greg up on the stage. So if you guys have any questions, we'll take the questions now. Greg.
Thanks, Lucy. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed the session of a more in-depth look at the cars. What we actually propose is that we've got the 4 stations with experts looking at sustainability, the performance, safety, and the sound bar. If you have any questions, they'll be able to answer it. And then if you have any general questions, the Volvo people are walking